Well, take two here in the sports barn. I just shot a whole half-hour video, and I think I probably get about, 5 minutes of it. The camera shut off. It's been a while since that's happened. I was in a good mood. It seems like that always happens. I'm in a good mood. I shoot a happy video, and then the camera just cuts off, and I get to do it all over again. At any rate, Eric Arnold is here. It is Thursday, the 31st of December. I don't know, it's about 2 in the morning, probably. And we're bringing you, the New Year's Eve games. We got 5 New Year's Eve games, and then we got the semifinal games for you on New Year's Day. Because I do not anticipate making a video tomorrow. Let me check, make sure all systems are still go. They are. All right, now, we've been winning, believe it or not. Been winning. One housekeeping thing here before I get going on the sports. We exercised again today. I don't know how the previous video got over to YouTube. I don't understand Rumble. Still learning I think I hit a setting such that YouTube could share the Rumble content. It was like, that's great and all, but some people could actually see it because I think Rumble is like this desert where no one goes. But on the other hand, I can't talk about the stuff I want to talk about without YouTube kicking me off. So, I made another video today, which I don't think I'm going to share with YouTube. To find it, you got to go to rumble.com. You got to search by channel. Look for the channel that's called Politics Barn, all one word. And that should bring up my stuff. So, today we ruminated about masks and lockdowns, which, that's going to be the ongoing battle in 2021, that I do not anticipate a rapid resolution of that one. That's going to be an ongoing, drawn-out fight. So prepare to have more and more and more talking and content and, that sort of thing. All right, sports, where are we at? I thought about this. I thought, since I made my I am sick of losing video, I counted up the days that I've had picks going since then, and 6 of those days were winners, none of them were losers, and 1 was break even. So, hey, I'll take that every day of the week. We're not stringing like 28 straight winners in a row, but, if I could have 5 picks active and win 3 of them, hell, every day. I'll take that all day long. So, we're feeling better. We're feeling like the losing is, for now over, that we've been able to reestablish some priorities, use our time a little better, and hoping that our handicapping is now a lot sharper than it was when we were trying to do everything and anything and just scrambling around like a crazy person. Got these little shorty cigars that I bought like a year ago. They've been sitting in my computer bag, so they're not the best, but it's a nice little prop and it relaxes me. You'd think they would burn like crazy. Whoops. Okay, that's why that just snapped it in half. It's so dry. Well, that is what would happen there when they're too dry. What are we doing here? Last night, or most recent games, we had a winner there with Wisconsin. Wisconsin didn't look good there, but the other team, Wake Forest, suddenly just started throwing the ball to Wisconsin, so that enabled us to get the cover. Oklahoma, much the best there. Florida, they dug a 17-0 hole for themselves, and then they fought back a little bit, made it 17-13. But Oklahoma was just there all night. They were just there all night. They had no intentions of quitting, giving up, going away, and they just kept scoring. They just kept scoring and scoring and scoring on a not very good Florida defense, and put them through the proverbial folding table. It was like 55-20 or something, an embarrassing beating for the SEC. College basketball-wise, our only loser of the night was Furman. They won the game, but they couldn't quite cover the 7. I was a little nervous about that one. And then these two were runaway winners. Campbell getting 16.5. They lost by a point. And then LaSalle winning outright at Dayton. How about that, Ashley Howard? That's the coach of LaSalle. So hopefully, I like LaSalle. They're a Philadelphia team. So I'm hoping that they, the LaSalle's starting to maybe come up the bend a little bit. Ashley Howard has a lot of pedigree. He's a former Jay Wright assistant. So maybe LaSalle might be a team we need to look out for in the future here in the A-10. All right, what else? I guess we'll get right to the tomorrow. Mississippi State, they're playing Tulsa. That's the Armed Forces Bowl, I believe. Still running. Armed Forces Bowl, that's in Fort Worth. I mean, I like, I think Tulsa's going to be motivated. They're getting the big bad SEC opponent. That's something that you hardly ever get treated to when you're a mid-major, if you will. So they're being privileged to play the big old bad SEC. So they want to be there. I'm not so sure Mississippi State wants to be there, but, my God, I'm catching 1.5. And I'm Mississippi State. Another thing that Leach doesn't have a good bowl record, Mike Leach. I just, I can't get past, Mississippi State is just, the SEC generally, despite what happened tonight in the Cotton Bowl, generally doesn't lose bowl games. They're generally the best teams, and they generally win. And, you tell me Mississippi State, Tulsa, if they played this game in September, Mississippi State would be a 10-point favorite. So I just, I know, if it goes down like the Cotton Bowl did tonight, maybe Mississippi State simply quits. But I think the circumstances are a little different for Mississippi State, where Leach is year one of the Leach experience, and he's right now, making a list and checking it twice. He wants to find out who wants to play and who wants to sit on their ass. So, you want to start next year, you better show up for this, quote, meaningless, unquote, bowl game. So I kind of think we're just going to say Mississippi State's going to outclass them. Now we got Army in the Liberty Bowl in West Virginia. I think this is a great game. This is a great game. I mean, usually they don't let Army and Navy play Power 5 teams, and they weren't going to this year. Just circumstances happened to fall that Tennessee had to opt out of this game, and now that puts Army in there. And if West Virginia was involved in the decision to allow Army to play, I mean, that's great. Kudos to West Virginia. But they're going to be victim of no good deed goes unpunished, because Army's a team you just don't want to see late in the year. As I mentioned last time when I was talking about that Wisconsin game, you don't want these teams that are going to run the ball on you every damn down. What a pain in the ass. I mean, I get a tackle and tackle and tackle and tackle. Oh man, what work? That's just going to beat you up. you got to really want to be there. Believe it or not, if you look up the bowl records of service academies, it's really a pretty good record. I think one of the reasons for that is because they're all running teams. They always have been, probably always will be. They don't have people opting out, whether mentally, physically, or literally, where, Florida had half their team on there tonight. They just said, oh, we're not playing. Yeah, NFL, sorry, not playing anymore. Well, that doesn't happen in a service academy. I don't know if that could happen. I mean, would they shoot you if you said to the commander, yeah, I'm not playing. I'm opting out. I quit the team. You're not quitting anything, soldier. You're not quitting anything. You're going over the hill? No. We're going to shoot you in the back if you do that. So I don't know if they even have the option to quit. So there will be no quit in the Army in Memphis, rainy Memphis, late tomorrow afternoon. That's going to be an entertaining game. I'm going to try to find my way into a place that has a TV that has that on. I'd like to see that game. Go Army. That's our top play. Catching 7 from West Virginia. All right. Okay, still going. Okay. All right, college basketball. I updated our numbers here. These are now, I think, accurate. And we're off to a hell of a start here in college basketball. I'm trying like crazy to jinx myself. Telling you that we're undefeated in the last 7 days of betting. We've got a 21-13 college basketball record. I'm doing everything I can. Well, one of the reasons I'm doing that is I've told myself I'm going to keep my beard until I have a losing day or days, because I want to shave the damn thing. I just do. My wife likes it, but for me, it's starting to, I'm not sure it's for me. I don't know. But I can't shave it while we're on a winning streak. So, we keep winning, the beard stays. So let's keep winning. I'll suffer with the beard. We've got Minnesota at Wisconsin. I've watched this Minnesota team twice now. They beat Iowa. They beat Michigan State, both at Minnesota. Now they're going on the road against Wisconsin. I saw a good part of Wisconsin playing Michigan State. Wisconsin beat Michigan State by 10. Minnesota beat them by 20-something. The way these two teams are playing right now, unless we get just a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde effort out of Minnesota, there's not 8 points worth of difference between these two teams. Not right at the moment. Maybe, like I said, maybe Minnesota takes an injury. Maybe something just doesn't gel properly. But Minnesota has something going right now. So I'm going to stick with Dance with Who Brung Me and go ahead 2 stars with the Gophers at Wisconsin, catching 8. All right, take you up to when the ball drops. We've got Utah out at Pauley Pavilion. This is a coaching play. Mick Cronin, for whatever reason, that dude does not cover numbers. Utah's coach is Larry Krystkowiak. He looks like the escape missing link. I would not want to cross that guy. He covers numbers, probably out of sheer fear from his players. And we're going to take the 7.5 and say that he finds a way to keep that close, if not get the win outright. 1 star in that with the Utes. And then over across town, USC, Andy Enfield and USC. They were good for us earlier this week, pounding Santa Clara. So I think USC looks pretty sharp at the moment, and we're only a 1-point favorite here. So I think that looks pretty good to us too. So we'll go ahead and take that for 1 star. And then Friday, we get the college semifinals. Alabama, Notre Dame, Ohio State, Clemson. If this happens to be your first time in the barn, I am an Ohio State alumni. So Notre Dame, Alabama. I don't know how we don't take Alabama here. Alabama's probably going to be good for at least 40 points. I don't know anyone's held them under that all year long. I don't think Notre Dame's defense is all that good. Alabama should score somewhere between 40 and 60 points. So the question then is, how does Notre Dame score that many points? They were able to do it against a Trevor Lawrence-less Clemson team earlier in the year, but then when Lawrence was back, they couldn't do it. One thing I noticed in the box score for this most recent Notre Dame-Clemson game was that Notre Dame couldn't run the ball. They couldn't run the ball at all in Clemson. I think they had like 50 yards rushing. Man, I mean, if you're going to throw the ball every down against Alabama, woo, they're going to get out of hand and fast. It is going to be ugly. And I think that's what's going to happen. This might be close for the first 15 minutes or so. And then Alabama's just going to put these guys away. Notre Dame just won't be able to sustain drives. And Alabama, Alabama's going to not only sustain drives, they're going to quick score you too. They'll just somehow get over to Devontae Smith. How'd that guy get behind me again? Another touchdown. So Alabama lay the 20. And then Ohio State. I cannot say that I have not been as I was going to say at the conclusion of last year's Ohio State Clemson game, I was furious, angry. I mean, I was really angry. And I've been more angry since then, thanks to Tommy the Commie, governor of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. But that's doing something, I mean, that's that guy taking my civil rights away. He had to do that to make me angrier than I was at the conclusion of that Ohio State Clemson game. So I've been waiting all year for this. And, I just don't think we have a chance. I think we're cursed. I told you that. I think that we were cursed the moment that Woody Hayes punched Charlie Ballman in 1978. And we've got to live under another 8 years of darkness before we outlive that curse. I don't know. I just cannot see us beating Clemson. I just can't see it. I think the Clemson coach knows it. He's rubbing it in, telling us we're the 11th best team in the country. He knows that that's not going to cause some kind of reaction where we come out in this great heroic effort and beat his team. So he's rubbing it in already. I don't know. I'll probably just go about this one like I did when the Eagles played the Patriots in the Super Bowl. I'll sit there. I'll tell myself, all right, we're not going to get into this. We're not buying into this. And then we'll probably get up like 2 touchdowns. That'll suck me in, and I'll get my heart broken again, just like last year. Of course, on the other hand, the Eagles actually did beat the Patriots. They sucked me in. I went crazy. Screamed. During that Super Bowl, I was foolishly got talked into going to a restaurant/bar for the game. And I said, okay, because, my mindset was, I'm not going to go crazy. I'm not going to blow up. I'm just going to, it'll all be cool because we're going to lose. So don't go nuts. And then, of course, the Eagles got out to a lead, and I started to believe. And then, I got into the game. And, they'd frown and scream and fuck as loud as you can in a restaurant/bar. I mean, some bars they don't, but I wasn't in that kind of place. And, wasn't my best moment, but it seemed like the thing to do at the time. And frankly, if I had to do over again, I'd do the exact same thing. We're not going to have that problem, thanks to Tommy the Commie. We'll watch the game at home. And, Like I said, I just cannot. Let's put it this way, Ohio State people. I thought the same thing would happen when we played Alabama in 2014. And wouldn't you know it, Cardale Jones was the chosen one, and we beat him. I mean, a third-string quarterback against Alabama, and we beat him? So it could happen. It could happen. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I mean, I've been wrong. I'm wrong all the time. I'm wrong all the time. So let's hope I'm wrong. I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong so bad I could fucking taste it. Oh, I probably just shut the video off right there. Nope, still going. That didn't shut the camera off, banging on the floor. But yeah, I want to be wrong so bad I could taste it. But Clemson, maybe that's all I'll do. I just bet a lot of money on Clemson. Minus this, no, I can't do that. Ohio State will lose by a field goal, then I'll really be angry. So, Mississippi State, Army's our top play. College, you got the Gophers, the Utes, the Trojans, and then we're going to have Alabama and Clemson in your finals. Have you heard that one before? So that's it. That's what we got there for you here at the conclusion of this godforsaken 2020. Should old acquaintance be forgotten, never brought to mind? And then I can't remember the rest, something about old Lang Syne. So enjoy yourselves tomorrow night. Let's, good riddance 2020. 2021 has to be better. Thanks for being here. We appreciate all the loyalty. Hit the like button if you care to. That makes me feel good. And if you're new or whatever, and you say, hey, well, this is free picks. Hey, that's not bad. Well, then hit the subscribe button. You get more of this content. From me to you, Happy New Year. Good riddance 2020. Welcome 2021. Good night. Good gambling.